Now, your Alaska Link weather for Fairbanks and the interior.
Well, we have made it to the halfway point of April, and the first half of April still is giving us some swings. We've had some mild days, but still we're battling even some snowfall adding up, and we had a little bit of a cooler weekend with our high temperatures hovering just around that freezing mark, about 10 to 15 degrees below normal. But we are watching that we have returned back to those bright blue skies, and a warming trend is going to take us into this week, so there is more of this on its way. We'll note that pretty much a quiet week is going to take over. Lots of sunshine to talk about. We'll even start to bring those temperatures back above normal with the potential of talking some 50-degree highs. Now, what we'll notice is that there is some active weather across the west coast, and that is bringing some active weather up through the Brooks Range as we step into our Tuesday. And then another low to the southwest that is bringing some impacts into southwestern portions of Alaska, and that will allow for some potential snowfall that is going to accumulate across the Alaska Range. So some mountain activity, but a lot of that not making its way down through any of those valley spots, and expected to hold on to some sunshine, though when some of that activity occurs, there will be some cloud cover to work with locally. But here as we roll into our Tuesday, note that we have returned back to seasonable temperatures. A morning low of 25 and an afternoon high of 46 is going to be all paired up with that sunshine. Can't rule out some of that higher level cloud cover passing on by from time to time, but overall pretty quiet spring conditions here. What we'll note is that especially with our sun angle, the length of sunshine that we now have from sunrise to sunset, as well as noting the warmth that will be in place, we are going to do some decent work on that snowpack. And not looking to add to it again, we can barely just see some accumulation trying to work its way there into the Alaska Range, as well as off towards the far west into our north, but nothing that is going to bring impacts here locally. So some good news there when it comes down to keeping some quiet weather. 15 hours and 24 minutes of daylight is what we're working with here for our Tuesday. 6:08 is our sunrise, 9:32 is our sunset. Still gaining just under 7 minutes per day, so still in that big time frame where we continue to gain a lot of that daylight. We can see where some of those valley spots are really going to grasp onto that warmth, where we are watching those temperatures climb into those at least 40s. If not, we'll be heading towards those 50s, which note that a normal high for this time of the year is 48 degrees, so we should be heading into the 50s. This is definitely what's more seasonal for this time of the year, so many locations looking to hold on to that sunshine and see that warmth move its way in. Again, even with those types of temperatures, 40s to 30s creeping their way into those higher elevation spots. We'll even talk about some mountain snowfall or mountain snowpack melting underneath these types of conditions. As what we know it is that there may be some activity in those mountain areas, but for the most part here, as we work through our Fairbanks forecast, we have high temperatures holding steady into those 50s as we'll pair it up with plenty of sunshine. We'll keep an eye on some waves of energy to the south, but for the most part, all that is ushering in is some cloud cover.